and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Melody DeSantis.
And I'm Cedric Hood. If you hand money over to a panhandler in Fresno, you could get slapped with a big fine. Fresno State Focus starts now.
I'm Melody DeSantis.
And I'm Cedric Hood. If you hand money over to a panhandler in Fresno, you could get slapped with a big fine. A new ordinance before the Fresno City Council would make it illegal for anyone in a car to pass money or food to someone standing near an intersection. The fine for giving a panhandler anything from a car would be $75. The anti-panhandling ordinance will be considered by the City Council tomorrow. If approved, it will be in effect for just 1 year and then reviewed.
It's I Heart Fresno State Week, and many events are happening to let students celebrate their love for Fresno State. The week kicked off Monday, where students had the chance to get a free t-shirt, Fresno State ice cream, and were able to learn more about programs on campus. Students also got to play games, ride a mechanical bull, dance, and take pictures with both mascots, Victor E. Bulldog and Time Out. For many students, this is just a reminder of how much they love Fresno State.
It's almost like a team culture. Finding like a team spirit or a school spirit is tough to do, and Fresno State has that. And it's really deep in its roots, and it goes from the top down and to the bottom up, so it's awesome.
You can participate in I Heart Fresno State Week by posting what you love and value about Fresno State on your social media using the hashtag IHeartFS.
Hit-and-run drivers may get a lot more prison time if a new bill becomes law. Gavin's Law is named after beloved Clovis Unified Vice Principal Gavin Gladding, who was hit and killed in a hit-and-run last year. This week, his wife went to Sacramento to share her passionate plea for a rule of change in this state. With the help of Assemblyman Jim Patterson, they created this bill that, if approved, would increase the penalties for anyone who leaves the scene of a crash. The person who hit him was sentenced to 3 years. This law would increase prison time in a deadly hit and runs for up to 8 years.
Fresno State Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner Program is not accredited according to the American Nurses Credentialing Center. Over the weekend, many students found out the bad news and were shocked. Fresno State apologized and reached out to 60 students involved. The university says the program was not accredited because of administrative misunderstanding with the application process and requirements. Some students have already received a tuition refund. Others are staying in the program hoping they will ultimately get accredited. If you ever caught yourself running short on time or cash to find professional clothes, look no further than the Fresno State Career Center. Students have the opportunity to shop for free. Esther Oganian shows us the kinds of things you can find here in what's called the clothing closet.
Take a look around. You might find something you like. There's a lot to choose from for both men and women.
In the student closet to look for clothes for joining a sorority. So the initiation clothing has a certain dress code. I would totally recommend coming to the closet.
Eva Lamos is feeling like she's on the runway. She's so excited about her find.
I got very fortunate. I found the nice purple sweater. Goes good underneath the turtleneck, with the turtleneck underneath. These trousers, I'm really digging these trousers. They've got pockets. And the shoes, I haven't worn heels in years, but these are actually pretty comfortable. I even found the earrings that kind of set it off.
Maria Guzman is an employee for the College of Health and Human Services. She had originally brought in Eva Lamos.
I came here and she actually found pretty nice clothing for either cashier or for job interviews, and she's very satisfied with that, and I'm really happy that I was able to bring her here.
You may feel like there's so much to choose from. Should I get this bold blue blazer or this beautiful pattern? I can't decide. Well, the good thing is that the closet allows you to hold one item for 24 hours. So maybe I'll take this one home and think about this one. You can decide your choices. I'm Esther Oganian in the clothing closet at Fresno State.
The clothing closet is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at the Thomas Building, which is next to the Rose Garden. The Career Center is also a place where students can get help with their resumes and interview skills.
Happening now this week, it's National Ag Week around the country. Ag Week is when producers, agriculture associations, universities, government agencies, and countless others across America recognize and celebrate the abundance provided by agriculture. So if you know someone a part of the ag community, be sure to wish them a happy National Ag Week. And speaking of Ag Week, today, Ryan Jacobson of the Fresno County Farm Bureau is here to bring us up to date on things from water to farming here in the Central Valley. How are you, Ryan?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thank you for joining us today. So I just have a couple questions. So we're going to start with the rain. Now, it's been raining a lot this past month or two. How does the rain affect the crops and everything in the valley?
Timing is the most critical aspect when it comes to precipitation here in the valley. So there's a lot of reasons we're able to grow what we grow here, and it's because we have a long, dry growing season. But between November 1st and essentially May 1st, May 15th, we love the rain. We love to see it, and most critically important, we love to see that snowpack up in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
So rain is good. How often do they do that snowpack?
So the snowpack surveys that are very critical to kind of know what's coming up in this upcoming year is taken typically at the beginning of each month up until about May 1st. And just depending on how big the snowpack, they may go up there and just check later on. But for the most part, between January and May is when those snowpack surveys take place.
Now, since I was a little boy, Fresno's been hot, hot, hot all summer long. How does the heat affect crops and farming and all that good stuff?
So about up to, give or take, about 103, 104. Fantastic. It's the reason we grow 400 different crops here in Fresno County. It's the reason that we are one of the top agricultural counties, not only in the nation, but in the world. It's because of those long Mediterranean environment climates, summers that we have that really allows us to grow what we grow here.
Absolutely. I enjoy drinking water out of the water hose. So for college students that are seeking a career in agriculture or in farming, what would some advice be that you might give them?
The biggest set of advice I can give today is don't think of just the farm itself. There are so many jobs upstream and downstream of the job of the farm today that the opportunities are boundless. I mean, we all know with the science side of things, how much is going on, the research, technology. There's just so many exciting career paths there. But also think about the marketing. We're talking about here in Fresno County, 1 in 5 jobs is directly related to agriculture. But the upstream and downstream, I mean, you're talking every aspect of this community has some connection, some tie to agriculture. So whether it's marketing, whether it's the box manufacturer, whether it's the car salesman, there's all that connection to agriculture, and so looking at that peripheral view and seeing the opportunities is so critically important.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Now, if you have any questions or need information, you can actually follow the Fresno County Farm Bureau on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and head to their website if you have any more questions. Now, thank you, Ryan, for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Fresno State students no longer have to struggle to find parking on campus. The Bulldog Express is a free campus shuttle service to help with parking congestion. Students, staff, and faculty can ride it. They just need to show their students Fresno State ID. There are various locations to catch the shuttle to and from campus, all in the name of convenience.
Ride the shuttle because it's really convenient. It passes by every 15 minutes. Usually parking is really hard to find, and then to park you need to pay $3 or $4 each day, or else you have to buy the parking pass. I think you save a lot of money if you ride the shuttle.
For more information about the shuttle services, including route map and timetable, you can visit the fresnostate.edu/Bulldog Express.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we'll show you how you can skip those lines for food here on campus. Plus,
I'll let you know about this week's weather.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
Hello. Hello, I'm Tori Velos, and right out here, we're outside the Thomas building at Fresno State. As you can see, it is raining today, and there's droplets on the trees. Very nice weather. All right, so on both coasts is having a fair share of their rain. You can see over here, raining, and over here. And you see this pressure going up, more rain. So everywhere around, it's awesome. Okay, and for California, so it is dispersed everywhere that there's light showers, and as you can see up north, more rain coming through California, which is great. And if you haven't heard the great news, California is actually out of a drought, and it hasn't been like that since 2011. All right, so for our Central Valley, we are in the 50s and 60s. So right here, Mariposa, Oakhurst, and Shaver Lake is a little bit cold still, but we are reaching up to the 60s finally. And tonight, we dropped down 20 degrees. But over here, it is still cold and below freezing. Over here at Shaver, we have 30 degrees. So there'll be some snow going on. All right, and because of the rain, we have good air quality throughout the week. So put away your inhalers, but keep your Benadryl close by because it is the first day of spring. And all through the week is showers and partly cloudy from 60s to 70 degrees. So it's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's great for a light jacket. Thank you, and that's your take on weather today. Back to you and, back to Cedric and Elodie.
Thanks, Tori. A federal appeals court says a driver is protected by the First Amendment after flipping her middle finger to police officer. Now, we cannot show the video for obvious reasons, but here is what happened. A Michigan woman was pulled over for speeding, but the officer gave her a break, writing it up as a lesser violation. As the woman drove away, she flipped off the officer. The officer pulled her over again. She got a ticket. She sued, and the U.S. Court of Appeals ruled in her favor, saying the woman did not break any law by exercising her free speech rights.
Fresno State students no longer have to wait in line for lunch. I know, I hate that. The app Tap and Go allows anyone on campus to order their food straight from their smartphones. 5 restaurants accept the ordering app at the university. Students go to sign that says pick up here at Robertito's, Subway, Panda Express, and Bucket, and Taco Bell. Fresno State student Elliot Vest says the convenience is a big help.
Well, as a student who's, on and off campus, I also work here as well. It's really tough just to find time to even get food, so anything that's more convenient for me to go to the front of the line as soon as possible is perfect for me, so it's super convenient.
The app can be downloaded on any smartphone. Fresno Community Regional Medical Center also uses the app for its food shops around the hospital.
The Fresno State campus is a little quieter these days after it was packed with the excitement for the 61st annual Peach Blossom Festival last week. Nearly 5,000 students, grades 1st through 6th, were able to perform a variety of literary pieces. Fresno State students organized the event.
It is the greatest experience for kids to get to perform. And it's not just coming to the school. They got to do something here. I think that is fantastic. And we just perform all over. It's just a great place to have them hone their talents, and a lot of them are discovering, I can do that, so.
Mr. Olson from Dinuba has been attending the festival for the past 43 years. The next festival is expected to be next spring. Today is the first day of spring, and it's a bit more like winter still. So we'll go ahead and introduce our next guest. We have actually 2 guests here. Bianca Espinosa is here to tell us more about her friend here that we got here. So.
Alright, so this is Ganji. He's my pup. And so we brought him here so we can talk to you guys about our the Pre-Vet Club is having a vaccination and microchip clinic this Saturday. We'll be offering 2 different kinds of vaccines. We're going to be doing DHPP, which is parvo, distemper, hepatitis, and parainfluenza, as well as rabies and microchips.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the club and what you guys do?
Okay. So our club strives to help our club members be prepared for vet school. That be through experience with animal handling and through the vaccine clinic and other volunteer stuff, as well as helping them inform them more on how to apply to vet school too and prepare themselves in that kind of way. We did a lot more community service this year, so we actually do, sponsor own a park here in Fresno, and so we go and clean it up. We try to go once a month, every couple of weeks, things like that. We do like to give back to our community. So.
That's awesome. So what exactly do you guys do give back besides, what you had just mentioned?
Well, like I said, that one, and then the vaccination clinic is probably one of the biggest ones that we do with us here. It is at an affordable cost, so we like to provide to the community that opportunity to have their pets protected, because all of the things that we're vaccinating for are preventable if people are up to date on those vaccines, as well as the microchip. Yeah.
So with the event that's coming up this weekend, you guys are offering all these services at a very affordable price. So how different is it? Are these vaccines given by students, or how does that work?
So yeah, they are given by students. So we did hold training with some of us. Most of us work at hospitals right now or different clinics, and so we had a training a couple weeks ago on how to do just telling people how to do these vaccines, even though most of our members already do. But we do have our veterinarian there, Dr. O'Bannon, which is our club sponsor, and so she'll be there monitoring all that. So we'll be doing it ourselves, and it'll be an experience for our club members.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We've been talking to Bianca Espinosa about this week's low-cost pet clinic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Coming up in sports, find out if the Fresno State men's basketball clinched a spot in postseason play. Plus, find out how the sport of roller derby is gaining new fans here in the Central Valley. Your Focus on Sports is coming up with DeAndre Thomas.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
I truly feel the heartbeat of everyone who's invested in this place, and I know why we're here. To develop our young men into winners in every respect, as people of character and leaders of integrity. To demonstrate what it is to be a community working as one, respecting traditions and creating new ones. That's building something bigger than just a great football team. That's being a bulldog.
Welcome back, and I'm DeAndre Thomas. Fresno State's softball team is currently on a 3-game losing streak. The Dogs are hitting just above 280, and they have also been giving up nearly 10 runs a game. Today they look to snap their streak as they go up against Northridge today at 5:30. The women's basketball team missed out on the NCAA tournament this year, but are given a chance to compete in the National Invitation Tournament. better known as the NIT. Tonight, they will host the University of Pacific for the first round of the tournament. You don't want to miss your Lady Dogs in action. This is the Dogs' third appearance in the NIT in the last 5 years. The men's basketball team unfortunately did not make the NCAA tournament as well. Their record of 23-9 was not enough in the eyes of the bracket makers. The Dogs finished third in the Mountain West with a 13-5 conference record. The Dogs shockingly did not even get an invite to the NIT, but San Diego State, who had a worse overall record and worse conference record, even got an invite to the NIT. Going from your conventional everyday sports, we move on to a sport that is a little more unique. Here at Fresno State, we have an ultimate frisbee team. It is a co-ed sports club, and within the last couple of years, the club has shown tremendous growth. Royden Gillespie is on the team. Nice to have you with us, Royden.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so can you tell us a little bit more, how does ultimate frisbee work?
Yeah, so ultimate's a combination of a few different sports. It's a field sport, so it's played on kind of a football field. It's a little smaller. There's 7-on-7, and you score in an end zone just like in ultimate, or just like in football. But then you move the disc kind of like soccer. You can go forward, backward, sideways, whichever way you want to move it, trying to get to the end zone.
How does the scoring work exactly? You say they score like football, but is it 7 points, 6 points?
No, so scoring, every time you catch it in the end zone, you just get one. You usually play games to 13, so first one to 13 wins.
Oh, okay. And if people are interested in joining the team, how do they do that?
Yeah, so the easiest way to join the team, we have our practices Thursday nights on the kinesiology field, which is out by the tennis courts on Cedar Avenue. They're at 7 o'clock. If you can make that, just come on out, talk to me. I'll give you some more info. If you wanted to follow us on Twitter or Instagram, you can do that also. Our handle is at @FS_ultimate.
All right, well, we've been talking to Royden Gillespie of the Fresno State Ultimate Frisbee team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is Women Empowerment Month. Tori Velos shows us what it is like to be a tough girl on wheels. So
Whip it like a roller derby girl. It's all about the skates, fishnets, and attitude. The V-Town roller derby dams show us how to slam and lap the other team on the track.
Roller derby has been a contact sport since the 1930s. It is probably the most empowering women's sports there is. It is probably the only sport where you can punch and probably push your opponents on the other team.
This is not a game for the weak, if you don't mind a few bruises and scrapes.
I am one of the probably most injured people on our team. I've broken an ankle, broken my wrist, dislocated a shoulder, had to have a root canal, so it is very dangerous.
Dangerous, but they keep coming back. Not only does the sports bring out their inner aggression, but it also empowers women across the nation to be strong, tough, and rock those fishnets.
Like, I was very much in like the athletic, like baggy shorts and a t-shirt my first game, and some of the girls were in like the underwear basically with fishnets, and I was like, never. And then within like 2 years, I was rocking the chones and like the fishnets, and I don't think I would ever have been that comfortable in front of a crowd of strangers in my underwear, basically, you know, skating and knocking people down. But it does something for you, like, yeah, wanting to be your own hero.
But also bringing each other up. Being a team creates unlikely friendships.
And I can honestly call them my sisters. I don't know if out in the real world we would have met, because we just have different career paths, different walks of life, and roller derby is kind of what brings us together.
They practice 3 times a week for 2 hours at the roller rink. They will be traveling out of state for upcoming tournaments. In Visalia, Tori Velos, Fresno State Focus.
Tori tells us the first home game for the V-Town Roller Derby Dames is April 13th at Roller Town in Visalia. Now, let's talk about football, or at least some names that are synonymous with Fresno State football. Rebecca has that story for us. Rebecca?
Yes, thank you, DeAndre. Fresno State legend Derek Carr returned home to his old stomping grounds this past Saturday at Bulldog Stadium. The Oakland Raiders quarterback celebrated his son's The Oakland Raiders quarterback celebrated his son's birthday, but the surprise appearance of newly named Oakland Raider and star receiver Antonio Brown took the cake. Brothers David and Darren also joined in on the fun, where Darren was shown to be racing Antonio. Looks like Antonio needs to practice on those bounce house jumps.
Dice right.
Messed up.
Gotcha. Dice right. Got it. You got it?
After watching all their videos from Instagram and Twitter, I'm a little upset that I didn't crash that party. I would have for sure beat Antonio Brown in a bounce house race. Back to you, Elodie and Cedric.
You know, my little brother was actually there at the party, and he said that Derek Carr was actually pretty nice.
Nice. I wouldn't expect that from a big star quarterback. But anyways,
yeah. Well, next week on Fresno State
Finally today, did you know something simple as an old mascara wand can help wildlife?
Appalachian Wildlife Refugee uses clean mascara brushes to help remove fly, egg, and larvae from the fur of animals. They work great because the bristles are so close together.
Wands for Wildlife say if you have old mascara wands just lying around in your drawer, clean off those old wands in soapy hot water and send them off to them. Clean brushes can be sent to the Appalachian Wildlife Refugee in North Carolina. You know, I have a bunch of mascaras that I use, and I just never imagined.
They're so cute, the little animals. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we will show you how relaxing it can be meditating at the park.
Plus, if you want a dinner theater experience, we show you where you can get that on campus. Also, we show you how to adult with workshops here at Fresno State.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us today on Fresno State Focus. We will see you next week.